Hi, welcome, I'm Peter Vaughan, numerologist. www.petervaughan.net, www.numerology.net.nz. This particular little seminar is on problems and timing and help. Many times in your life, my life in the past, before I really understood where I was going in life, I love my life now, I really enjoy what I do, but most people have no idea what they should be doing. They have problems. They don't know when they should be doing something, and there's lots of cries for help. When do you need help? Usually when things aren't going right. So when things are going right, people don't seem to care or look too hard to find out a problem that might be occurring, because why should I look when everything's okay? But that's when you should be looking, because stay healthy rather than get hurt and have to then try and get back healthy. It takes time in your life away. Problems. The biggest challenge with people is they don't know what's ahead. So I'm just going to draw a timeline here. Now, you could be on this timeline in your life here, because that's where you are right now. You are watching this particular video right now. But let's go ahead into the future a wee bit. Let's just say that now you're here. So where you were then, you are now. So that's now gone. So this is where you are now, because you're watching this video right now. But hang on, what if we went further ahead into the future? And this is where we are now, and you're watching this video right now. The problem is, most people have no idea where they are on their time of life. Are they here, here, or here? The great thing about numerology is that when I'm dealing with people and reading their charts, I'm finding out that if they were here, for example, let's call this position 1, position 2, and position 3, all of these positions are indicated on a chart that I make up from the time that you're born right through to whenever. So we're all going to start here in life, and let's just say we have a problem here, and a problem here. Now this could be over the course of several years, but what I do is identify where we are now, assuming that was the now we were looking at. I'm going to go back into your time, so here and here and here are 3 areas where you had problems. And people say, yes I did, I had this problem, and I had that problem, and I had the other problem. I go, wow. And they think, how did you do that? Well, this is what my 30 years plus of working in this field has shown, with lots of data that I picked up, and provide statistics and evidence for this stuff. I teach this to my students at the moment, and they're all amazed even more, and the deeper they get into the subject, which is very, very complex in the end. It's simple at the beginning, but it gets very, very complex, which isn't too hard really, because once you've got the basics, the rest of it's easy to understand. But let's come back to where we are now. We're no longer here. We're going to erase that now. We're going to say, here we are here now. Mr. Middle Person. And I can say, gosh, here's a problem in your past, here's another problem in your past, and one back here. And they go, well, yes. You got those 3 particular points right too. That's really great. The interesting thing is, if I can look at where you are now and look back in time, what's wrong with me looking at where you are back here again now and look forward in time? In other words, instead of going backwards at any particular time in your life, but by going forwards. And this is what numerology can do. So before a person enters a problem period, we can see what it is, understand what it is, and know how to overcome that problem. If you don't know how to overcome a problem, you can't. You've got to have an awareness and a knowledge of how to overcome a problem. And the wonderful thing about your life is it is timed. So no matter what place you are in life, stepping across these stepping stones going through your life, if there's a landmine on this one here, and we're at this particular point here, the closer we get to that landmine of a problem in your life, about here somewhere, we say stop. Let's evaluate what you're doing. But what we're going to do here is we're going to build a bridge. We're going to shave the top of that problem off before we even get there and start to lay foundations of a bridge across here. and you now walk across this bridge with more safety than if you walk straight into a hole and hurt yourself. This is why people have problems, because they don't know what to expect. Now these problems could be a whole pile of problems. What if it's money? Money problems. What if it's love? What if it's a death? Not necessarily yours, but someone you love dearly, somebody close, somebody who's important. What if your boss dies and the company collapses? You're going to wear that with a problem because you didn't see it coming. The thing is here, we can see things coming. Several people who are my clients over the years I've worked with, they come into what I call a 2-2 problem. Now this means nothing to you personally, but when this particular pattern comes up, and on the life it looks like this. So here we are, imagining that we're now here. And what I'm going to do is, we've come to this particular point here right now. Take that now out. And this is where you are now. And just ahead of you, I see this double 2 impacting problem. And I'm going to tell you that it relates to money in a big way and stress. If I can help you identify financial problem, stress and woe here, I'm going to make sure that you're not going to go spending money prior to that date, or purchase something, making a big deal of your life, like buying a house or starting a business up, or something rather large like putting money into an investment dollar package somewhere, and this comes up just ahead. That'll take your money away. Overcoming this ahead of time is going to save you, well, depending on who you are, potentially millions, or serious stress. To identify that ahead of time and other problems in your life is all to do with the timing. And what I do here is identify where you are in life, what's ahead of you, by showing you that I know your past. If you go to see some of the stories I have on petervaughan.net, one of my clients asked me when I sent back his chart with a small profile and said, oh, by the way, if you want to know anything, ask me a question, drop me a line. Well, he came back. This guy was called Roman somebody. When I put his story up on my website, which he gave me permission to do, I told him that he could ask me a question. He came back and said, what happened in 1968? January the 28th. Challenge. Well, I went back and I found in there, in his life, he had some real trauma going on. So I literally told him what it was. He came back and said that was amazing. He nearly died. He took a round so close to his head and was being shot at. How did I pick that up? He gave me a date and a time, but I picked up the near-death type problems. This isn't a near-death one, but it certainly isn't healthy. And if you can find out what that is ahead of time, you won't be in a position where you can get shot. So my site is full of stories that can help you understand that if you've got a problem, we know when the timing is, we can overcome it. Go and get you a chart done. You'll be surprised at what I can pick up and tell you about yourself. Have a great day and have a great life. Peter Vaughan signing out.